Customer refuses to pay? We silenced his party revenge story. I used to work as an audio or home theater installer for an awesome company. My boss, Steve, not real name, was an awesome guy and would back you up no matter what. As the installer, I had control over how much the install was going to cost. Customers would pay half up front and half upon completion. I had one install with a really awful customer, let's call him Douche, who wanted his whole house set up cheaply. His house had lots of concrete and stone walls, making cabling difficult. Steve and I pointed this out and gave him a quote. Douche was not happy. Next thing, Douche phoned us in a panic. He suddenly remembered that he had a party on Saturday and needed music. This was Wednesday. We said we needed more people, which would cost more. Douche was fine with that and paid the now higher 50% deposit for the $5,000 quote, $2,500. On Thursday, the install was a shit show. Every speaker placement was contested by Douche. After 6 hours, we had only done 2 rooms out of 6. I pointed this out to Douche, who said I was a crap installer and uneducated. On Friday, Douche realized this and cut down the rooms from 6 to 4. At the end of Friday, we had set up most of the rooms and had tested the system, which worked perfectly. Douche seemed to be happy. On Saturday morning, Douche phoned me yelling that he was not happy with the install and that he wouldn't pay us. He also demanded that we come over and test the system again because it was broken and didn't work. I saw red and phoned Steve. Steve was also livid and gave the go-ahead for what I was about to do. So I calmed down and went back to Douche's house. I tested the system, he was happy, and signed the form. He then casually says, "I'm still not going to pay you. This is how you get things for free by complaining." I then went back to where the amplifiers were stored and disconnected every wire. I then went to each speaker and did the same. Douche thought I was doing some fancy testing. I then left and turned off my work phone. On Monday, Steve told me that Douche phoned back and said he was livid because nothing was working and his party was ruined. Steve then said that he would fix the problem only if the remaining 50%, $2,500, was paid, as well as the fixing and diagnosis fee, $5,000. Douche agreed. So essentially, Douche paid us the remaining $2,500 plus an extra $5,000 for fixing the problem. I went back to Douche's house. Douche was now apologetic and very polite. I then went back to every speaker and simply plugged everything back in, got paid and left. It was one of the more satisfying ways to get revenge. Due to this fiasco, Steve then said that if this ever happens again, just cut the cables and ignore the customer. TLDR, panic at the silent Douche disco.
Douche paye double.